Hello and welcome to Luis's Space. I'd like to thank you for joining my family and I on this journey with our son Luis. And I'm pretty convinced that Luis will be happy that you're here on his side. So, just who is Luis? Luis is our son. He was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder known as Nascimento X, intellectual disability, and epilepsy. Now, as you can imagine, it affects many areas of his life, including his mental and physical abilities daily, the way he communicates with others as he's nonverbal, the way he sees the world or possibly his own world within our world. And yeah, I mean, despite these challenges, he's a guy who has lots of energy. He loves life. He wakes up, I think, happier than most of us. He's you meet him and he wants to hug you and he wants to meet you and he wants to know who's there in front of him. So it's yeah, he's a real joy to be around. So that's a really small snapshot on who Luis is because I'm going to do another video completely about Luis, about how he lives, about how Nascimento X intellectual disability affects his life and his family life and, and outside of the home. So we'll get to that in another video. So we created Luis's space for a few reasons. Obvious reason is to raise awareness of his illness, but also we realized there's a lot of gap between the medical information that's out there and actually the case studies. There is some medical information, but there's not enough case studies so we can actually go in depth on what to expect and now in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and 50 years, whatever the case may be. And whether it's there just isn't that many other people out there who have the same disability, or whether it's just individuals and family members have decided not to come forward. It could be either or. But one of the things we hope to do on this journey is to meet up with a few more of those individuals or families. The other thing we'd like to do is um, connect with other families in our space, because one thing we've found is unless you've lived it, experienced it, or involved in some way, shape, or form, it's difficult to understand what it's like having somebody with disabilities within your house. And every time I meet a family that are similar to us, they always say, isn't it good to meet other people who get it, who instantly know what you're talking about? Because sometimes we try to explain it to our friends or family members, people we know, people we meet, and they may understand what we're talking about to a certain extent, but they can't fully comprehend it because they're not experiencing it day in, day out, 24/7. So it's good to connect those families together where they feel there's a space for them, where they can not be on this journey by themselves. And then amongst them, we realize that they're siblings, the siblings of these individuals who have disabilities. They can be really affected also. Their daily life, their family life, where they holiday, where they don't holiday, where they like to probably holiday, um, because someone with a disability has got so much impact on what happens with them. There's always a thinking about what can we do, what can we not do, and sometimes they're not able to make friends as easy as others because there's a different expectation possibly in their head or just on their life in general. So it's about creating that space as well where they can come together and say, hey, actually, everybody here understands it. Everybody understands me. They understand my brother. They understand my sister. We don't need to think about or talk about why are they doing that certain thing? Why are they doing that behavior? Why are they making that noise? they just get on with having fun. So that was another reason for Luisa's Space. We also created an interactive area whereby, I mean, it's pretty new for us, um, but it's something we really want to grow. We can come along and move body parts around and find out how disability can affect different areas of the body. And there's maybe like puzzles and crosswords and these kind of things. But it's all about teaching younger ones about disabilities, and there's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to fear. I mean, they see people all the time, and whether it's on the road and the grocery and in their school, anywhere, there are many out there who have disabilities, and it's about them understanding that this exists and this is why. So there's also that area. And sharing stories. I mean, we've been lucky enough and fortunate that we've had people come forward to us to share their stories, and so there's some real couple of amazing journeys in there that I can think about, and yeah, you just read them and you think, wow, despite that, whatever that challenge was, they're still going on and getting on with their lives and making things happen. So they're incredible people. It's really good. Um, we also have a store. The store we created because for two reasons. Luis has been lucky. He's had two great schools, one in Scotland and one here in South England, and they've looked after him amazingly. He's had a great time. He loves waking up in the morning to jump on his bus to go to school. He comes back happy, and for us, it was always about how we can give something back to them, whether it's for projects, whether it's for new equipment, whatever that thing is, whether it's for their school trips, it doesn't matter. But not only those two schools, but other schools similar to them. We also wanted to take some of those proceeds and help siblings go on maybe on some events or do something fun. So there's good reasons behind our store. So anyway, look, that's a quick snapshot of Luis and why Luis's Space. While you're here, just jump on the website, take a look around. There's blogs, there's the interactive space, there's a forum, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the next video.